What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe, you Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
What are you doing?
Man, soon we're gonna be able to punch each other in the Veveverse. You won't even see our faces; you just see our avatars. But we are just learning about it, but guys. Anyways, if you're new here, do not forget become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know when we post some VV content for your faces. You can also become Superstar VIP $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Get one of those stars next to your name so you can flex on them in the chat. Super duper rares. Let us know. We'll send you a hat. If you don't know, then you might know now. If you don't know, though, really reach out to us. We'll let you know about the hat program. You can also follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, join the Discord. Discord is a great way to talk about your favorite projects. If you have been having some fun in the Veveverse, definitely go to our Discord. Let everybody know what your favorite parts of the Veveverse were and how you've been enjoying it. This video here, we're just going to be going over basically like our initial thoughts. We literally just logged into the Veveverse first time ever the last 5 minutes. Want to give our initial reactions. We have not watched any tutorial videos. We don't know how to do anything there. But Rob, how's it going? And then we'll talk about our Veveverse experience.
I mean, it's going great because finally, after all these years, we talked about the Veveverse. We finally get our first look at the Veveverse. So, I mean, I was able to download the Veveverse. Okay, I got the desktop application right here. I figured out how to make my avatar pink. So I made it pink. I got some stars. Okay, I figured out how to get some stars, which was good. And I was able to put a table and scratch in the name Rob. So I was able to figure some stuff out. I figured out if you hold shift, you can do a little bit of running. Look, I got stuck. That's new. Or if you double click somewhere, you'll run to that spot. So I mean, very, very simple things. Just opening it, play with it for 5 minutes. I think there's potential here for somebody like I'm not that person, okay, and I know Joe, you're not either. But we know there's guys out there like Rich, for example, who will have a field day in this kind of environment. He was in McFarlane making some of the most beautiful art I've ever seen from just like blocks. Like he was just taking blocks that the metaverse McFarlane permitted, and he'd create crazy things. So I think there are definitely a group of people, artistic people, who are going to have a fantastic time with this. Now, I haven't been able to figure out how to put anything VV-wise, so I can't do anything from VV's perspective. When I go to the library, I don't have an option here for VV stuff. So maybe it's because it's not the 28th. It's not available to me yet. But I am able to figure out where the stars are.
Bottom says insert. Bottom right. Or is that only if you click on something?
Yeah, that's that now. So okay, I don't mind putting this on.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you right click on this, go to edit material, change the color, pink. And there you go. So I mean, I think it has potential for a certain type of user. I just think that maybe I just don't know enough about it yet. Like they talked about like paid features. I don't know what those paid features are, but at least right now, like this is pretty cool in the sense that you could finally have a more realistic showroom for your digital collectibles.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up McFarlane earlier on. That one there, I'm not to compare anything like that because I think that this has a lot more options, a lot more layers, a lot more textures. I was actually able to jump into Rob's space and walk around with him, so that was pretty cool. You can't do that over there in McFarlane, I'm pretty sure. But the one thing that I think is a little different is the ease of use. I think that this requires you to sit down like next to a tutorial video, or at least have watched a tutorial video on how to do things. I'm sure there's a way to import our collectibles. We don't know how to do that on the initial launch of it, so it kind of makes me want to turn it off. And then I have to go watch something, and I don't have time to do that right now. So it's delaying me from starting to play around here. So it might be the same situation for a lot of people who maybe first open up the Veveverse after some excitement of finally getting it, and then they're like, oh, I don't even know how to bring in my collectibles. And then it's like, okay, I got to go watch a video, learn how to do that. So, I mean, a little bit more of a ease of use interface for beginners, even if you have like a dumbed down version or something where it's like, okay, 3 buttons, put down a collectible, like same thing as you have in your showroom, or maybe like a how-to guide right when you log in. It's like, okay, You know, when you like do a new app and it's like, okay, click over here and this is going to tell you how to do this. Click over here, this is going to tell you how to do this. Just have that thing right when people log in, because you jump in here and you're like a lost puppy dog and it's like, what's going on here? I know that there's a lot I can do in here, but how do I do it? Obviously, more time you spend in it, the more it's going to be easier for people to pick up and understand. But when it comes to having like mass adoption and people jumping in the Veveverse, spending lots of time here, it's going to take some learning. And I didn't expect it to be as much learning as we're noticing right now off the bat. Like I thought first day I get in there, I'm going to be able to drop down a collectible.
Yeah. So again, I don't know if it's because it's not fully released yet, but I can't import any VV collectibles right now. So maybe if you're watching and you know why, you can let us know in the comments below. But we're going to keep an eye on this just to see, like, is there certain utilities that draw us into this environment? Okay, so I've downloaded the app.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things they can do now. Like maybe what they can do, and they've talked about this, it's going to be a VV City. Remember the VV City? Where, you know, if you're a VV user, you just log in, you jump right in, and all of a sudden you're amongst a bunch of avatars of VV people that will that can talk to you in this environment. Because according to this, it's listening to me right now. Like if you look up here, I'm talking and this is listening to me right now, so I can mute myself. Supposing my video's on, right? So you're going to be able to go into this environment and interact with other VV users. That whole social aspect might be a utility that people find attractive. Maybe it takes them out of Discord and brings them into this environment. Now that's going to be interesting, because if you've ever been on Discord, I mean, you've seen it with your own eyes. Sometimes it can get real nasty in that in those Discords. So I'd be curious to see what would happen in this environment where, you know, we did videos on this and we talked about the policing aspect of the Veveverse. If it's going to be an open kind of city environment. So there's going to be a whole can of worms opened. But my very, very first impression is that there is a learning curve. And I'm not really sure, me personally, as a user, the way that I would use VV, I don't see myself opening up this desktop application very often to do much of anything. Perhaps, Joe, we can try to do videos. Like it has a camera. Like maybe we could try to do some videos in the near term. Maybe when you can, maybe because I just haven't seen enough yet and I'm speaking too soon, but maybe I'm going to want to actually make a showroom and make it open for people to jump in and visit. Like, I just don't know yet exactly what we're going to do, because I'm not fully educated on all the different features that this is going to have. I mean, it looks pretty good, actually. Like, considering it actually looks pretty good. The avatars probably can be, you know, modified. We saw that. I think Dan was like Iron Man, right?
Yeah, you could bring them in from Ready Player Me or whatever, right?
That's true. So I didn't know if that was the VV one that they brought in, or they brought it from a third party. But yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it looks pretty cool, and I'm curious to see how this is going to go going forward. I mean, let me know in the comments below how you're going to use this. Like, are you someone who will actively spend time in your personal home space, or are you waiting for more of like a social environment, or is like the Veveverse, from what you can tell, is this something that now that you've seen your first look at it, you know, is this something that you want to jump in right now, or do you want to wait for there to be more features? Like, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, maybe everybody just has access except for us until the 28th, and then we'll get our collectibles in there. Or maybe we just got to watch some tutorial videos. Lots of great creators out there making content. Haven't had time to binge any of that yet, but soon we will get into that. And then, like, I think maybe a big thing will be live streaming from the Veveverse, where people can jump in from time to time, help you build some stuff. Like, again, Minecraft vibes when it comes to that stuff. That stuff was really popular on YouTube a couple years ago. So, I mean, if they can push the envelope and make it fun like that, looks like they have all the parts. I think the UI maybe just needs a little bit of simplifying to make that kind of thing easier. And that's the first impressions that I'm getting here. I love the fact that you can interact. I love the fact that you can drop collectibles whenever that happens. Like, something that you own, you're putting down. It's not just like a stock item like Minecraft, like I mentioned earlier. So I think it's something that could be a lot of fun. We just got to learn how to use it.
Yeah, and I see the potential for sure. Like I see the potential for bringing more enjoyment to VV users, because like as of right now, really the main attraction for VV collectibles were there was lots of drops, and there's the flipping aspect to it. I mean, they did a whole bunch of kind of drops with the MCP scarcity, right? Like there's like a whole aspect of now, like there's a whole new dynamic now of ways that collectors could, if they really do want to spend more time with their digital collectibles, they can now interact with them in a different way. So I see why the Veveverse, the potential's there. As it is right now, it really is a a minimum acceptable product.
MVP, minimal viable
MVP,
product.
minimum viable product. It really is a minimum viable product because, again, maybe it's because it's not released yet, but like I can't put my VV collectibles anywhere in here. And even if I could, though, I think I need more to really, really interact with this. So let us know in the comments below what you guys think. What's your opinion on the first look at the Veveverse? And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar family, hit the bell notification button so you get our videos a couple times a week. Also, thank you to our VIPs. Tune in on Must beside your name, access to our spreadsheets, giveaways, and of course, you guys have been amazing supporting us throughout the years. So thank you all so much. Everyone, take care. See you next one. Bye.
Okay.